You're watching Fast and Loud, and today I'm with my good friends of Vektor. Good to see you guys.
You too, man.
Thanks for being here. You're actually in your first tour with Angelus Apatrida and Distillator, your first tour in Europe. How's it going so far?
Excellent.
Yeah?
Super cool guys. Great turnouts at every show. Good crowd response. It's been awesome.
Yeah, okay. Do you feel any difference between the crowd here in Europe and what you play usually in the clubs in the US?
Maybe on average it's a little better here. Probably, I'm sure it's beneficial that it's our first tour here, but I mean, we seem to be really, really excited and passionate fans here in Europe, so it's great. It's been great.
Okay, cool. Is there any difference in the ways that the tours are handled here and in the US?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in what way?
I've been eating way better on the road here than I eat at home. So
Yeah, we get better food in Europe too, so we have better food here. So
it's definitely better hospitality overall.
yeah,
sure.
okay, okay, cool. I heard that you got sick in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
What about that?
Well, in Rome, I don't know what I did. Something as the Romans do, but I ate something. I'm not sure what it was, and I ended up throwing up all day long into the show.
Oh, during the show too.
Yeah, it was coming like every 20 or 30 minutes, so I just sort of, I'm overflowing right now.
It's kind of dangerous with a beard, right?
Yes, it is. It is. But I had a bucket on the side of the stage, so we were playing, and you know, I had to stop and let one out, and we kept playing. I got through the show. It was okay, but just a bad day overall for me. But
Yeah.
luckily, it's one of those things, food poisoning, that's just gone after one day. So it's the next day I was fine.
I think you guys are kind of cursed with this or something, because it's not the first time that I hear that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of puking stories and stuff.
yeah, it happened when I went to Japan
In Brooklyn.
and Brooklyn show.
We had to actually not play. We had to not play the show. In Japan, you powered through it, but Brooklyn was harsh, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, that's a 18 dates run as a headliner, so mostly because you do also a couple of festivals and stuff. I know you did bigger tour in the US and everything, but still seems to be pretty tough to me because you play really technical and everything. So how do you approach a tour like this?
You just have to make sure you're in shape before you go. I guess that's just all about having a lot of rehearsal and knowing the music inside and out. By the time you're on tour with it, it's pretty well buried in your head that you're not worrying about like, oh, I forgot this part. It doesn't even enter into it. But it's more of a stamina thing for me, at least on drums. I have to sort of be ready to play for an hour really hard every night because I'm not always in shape to do that. So you have to be ready.
With the guitar?
No, it's just a lot of warming up beforehand and obviously practice up before we go on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the warm-up is very key to keeping up with technicality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys rest a lot between the dates, or?
For the most part, we try to at least.
Okay. You party out every evening and you throw up after for 2 weeks when you come back home? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You're actually supporting the next album called Terminal Redux. It's coming out in March 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since it's a concept album, what can you tell me a bit about the story told in the album?
Well, it's basically it takes off from where Outer Isolation left off. The song Outer Isolation starts off with the lone astronaut. You have no idea why he's out there in space. And this album explains why he's out there, and it explains his journey to gain control over this enormous regime that rules planets, and it's about his rise to power. Okay,
great. Sounds good. You actually play 3 songs of that record. How are the people reacting so far?
Good. I think maybe the best reactions from Psychotropia.
Okay.
Comes a little bit later in the album. It's got some really like heavy hooks in the beginning, and then like goes really crazy fast. And that's right around that time when it goes crazy fast. People are like, "Oh yeah!" Like they finally get it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool because actually the only one that is out for the moment is Ultimate Artificer that you already played live.
Right.
So it's kind of cool, and I mean, this is actually pretty technical stuff. So I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise that the people are just staring at you and.
Yeah.
You
Right.
do notice there is a bit of a different vibe during the new songs because people don't know them. You can tell that some people are, if they knew them, they might be rocking out a little harder, but they're a little more maybe still or anything. But it doesn't seem like they're bored. They're just sort of trying to figure out what's going on. So that's always the trade-off with new songs.
The past couple of nights, I've had 2 or 3 people come up to me and be like apologizing for not moving around for the new songs, being like, I will freak out.
They're
during
like,
this
I
song.
really liked
Like,
it, but I
once-
just was trying to listen.
Once I know this song, I will love it. And then it's just like, yes, all right, cool.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah. Our songs hard to digest at first. I think it takes a while to let them sink in sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so.
The
It's-
new
I
songs
mean,
even more than the old ones, I would say.
yeah, it gets a bit more progressive and everything, right?
Yeah.
It's very dense. The new album, a lot of layers.
About that, how would you compare it in terms of atmosphere and compared to the earlier work?
It's very similar. I kind of like, as an overall vibe, I kind of think it feels a little bit more like Black Future in certain ways.
I feel a bit this too.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's having a bit of a rawer side, a bit. Like
Yeah.
you have-
I think, I mean, a lot of it we kind of did a little bit more ourselves on this album. So it's a little bit maybe reminiscent of Black Future, but the production overall, it's going to be a much bigger production, like as far as sound. But just the vibe of the whole album sounds, to me, it feels like Black Future. But everything like we've done in the past is just like times 10. So
Yeah.
all the clean parts are even cooler. The weird spacey atmospheric parts are even cooler. The thrash is like way more intense, you know.
Yeah, really cool, really cool. Did you change anything in the writing process? Because I guess you're kind of telling a story from one track to the last one. So
This one was hard because I usually write like in like
Small bursts.
small blocks of ideas, and like with this I had to be really mindful of like how each song was going to flow into the next, because we wanted it like when you're listening to the whole album, it's just kind of like one song that goes through the whole album, you know.
okay, cool. What's your favorite song actually of this album?
Last one.
Yeah,
Yep.
last one.
All of you? Yeah.
Have we said the title? Does it matter if we?
It doesn't matter. We can say it.
The last song on the album is, well, another parallel to Black Future. We got another 13-ish minute closer called Recharging the Void. I think all of us feel that's one of our strongest works by far.
Okay,
But,
great,
We can't wait
great.
for people to
It's
hear
the
that one.
strongest.
That's
I think it's definitely the best song we've written.
yeah. It's got some new elements that we've never really tried, and but it's still very obviously Vektor. As soon as you hear it, it's kind of rushy at certain moments, but I think it just wraps everything up so nicely, and we're really proud of it. We're excited to get it
Even
out
with
there.
the concept, it wraps everything up with the lyrical aspect and everything.
Yeah.
It's a very, very dramatic and
Yeah.
impactful closing.
Big ending.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think Black Future was already really an amazing album, and
Thank you.
I guess it was already not so easy already to top that or whatever with Outer Isolation. Did you have this kind of pressure with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is
It
it not
was like-
helping that it's maybe a concept album, so it's kind of different thing? Or
Well, it was like,
album.
this is like the third album. It's like the Make It or Break It album. It has to be really, really good, because I feel like if by the third album you don't have something extremely strong, like fans will just kind of start losing interest, and start moving on to other bands. So this is our album to show everybody like, this is our sound, this is what we do. This is going to be a really good album.
okay, cool.
I think we already have been seeing a little bit in the response to Ultimate Artificer. There's a few people starting to be like, I don't know, it's good and everything, but it does just sound like, another Vektor track, similar style, and I just keep reading those and being like, oh, you got to hear the rest of the album. You have no idea.
That's exactly
That was
it.
the idea, was we put one out that's a little more easy to digest if it's the first one, but yeah, you can already notice if this album wasn't good, it would really hurt us, because that third album does seem to be a I don't know how to say it. Yeah, a finalizing point for a band like us.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I mean, from what I heard, it's pretty much Vektor and stuff. You're going to get some extra, but I think it's kind of a logic direction. I mean, it's
Yeah.
It makes sense.
yeah, I think so. Going back to the roots of the band, I think. Wait a moment.
Train.
Gonna.
Train.
That's real German train here.
Game
Yes.
on.
There's some heavy metal.
Game on.
Game on! Car!
I really think it's a challenge. I mean, actually, to create some new music and almost a new style like you did, because in the music scene, everything seems to be done already. I personally know only two bands that, for me, in the past 15 years or so, did this you guys and a band called Vol. I don't know if you heard about
Vol,
that.
yeah. That's
VHOL.
a super group with some of the guys from.
Yeah, exactly. From
yeah.
Hammer of Misfortune, Yob and Agalosh.
That Vol album. They have a new one, I think, coming
Yeah,
out.
it's pretty
Wow,
great. It
Vol's
came out, I
fantastic.
think, last month or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really great. I think they kind of mix the same influences than you, more or less, but in totally different way. But I think you guys are actually the two only band I know from the past 15 years or so that did something really new. I mean,
Thank you. Thanks.
how do you feel when you hear people that come to you and say they are influenced by you more than any other band?
It's awesome. There's this band from Italy called Vexo Void.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah. And they were at our show when we played
Milano.
Milan.
Yeah, in Rockart, they gave me
They
the
were
demo
in
actually.
Milan.
Yeah.
They were, what was
Yeah, but they
the,
also came to the Prato. Prato, yeah.
Yeah, it was Prato.
I think so.
they all gave us like their shirts and it was like super cool.
Yeah, they gave me the EP last time when I went to see you guys in Rockart.
Yeah,
too.
I
And
thought it was
I think
cool.
it's awesome because it's no rip-off or anything, and it's
Yeah,
great
you
music.
can tell it's like we influenced them, but they kind of did their own thing, so it's cool.
I met some of the Teleport guys in
Slovenia, right?
Slovenia. Yeah, they were really nice too.
They were very nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's
stuff too.
weird to hear that when people are like, "Yeah, you're our main thing," and we're kind of going. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, it's
We still feel so new.
yeah,
so
we feel
it's
so
hard
young,
to-
and it's like I don't think
It's hard to wrap our heads around that.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of strange. I mean,
It's
because
flattering.
you expect this from bands like Slayer or whatever.
exactly.
And,
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
weird to
someone
hear.
that's
We're
been
like,
around 30 years.
we feel like
We've been
we're
around
on the
less
same
than
level.
10.
yeah.
It's really cool to hear.
Yeah.
We're very honored by that.
I think this is great. I mean, you deserve it because you really do something new, and there is really not many bands that can do this nowadays. It's really hard to do this. So
You just do what we like. I guess.
Yeah.
We try not to think about it.
Yeah.
We make music that we like, so.
yeah, I think it's a point anyway. But I mean, yeah. So it's mostly make you more proud and afraid of rip-off or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, even rip-off. I mean, would not be so bad. I mean, because it means that.
Yeah, what is that? Something is.
I mean, you don't want to rip off yourself, other bands, but when other bands try to rip you off, I mean, it's kind of cool.
yeah. As long as they're not better than us, then I'm fine with it.
They take our style and make it way radder. And we're like, oh shit.
Better than Vektor, then we got a problem.
Yeah.
Took our style and made it better.
It's not so easy. I know actually to live from music and everything. I hope you guys can do it someday because
We do too.
you definitely would deserve it. What do you guys do for a living right now?
I-
All teaching music? Or?
I sell guitars.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
I'm actually in computer programming, IT stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, full time.
I don't work.
Yeah, it's cool too. It's cool sometime.
Only as a
I'm a cook.
Yeah, pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You guys want actually to do this full time if you can, or?
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Well,
Great.
I mean, I think this is actually a good step because the people come. I mean, at this tour, I've seen in Paris already. You got like 250 people or so, and I mean, I've seen bigger bands that come here and make a tour with much less people. So
We've been hearing some similar stories to that, like this whole tour. For example, we played in Brescia. I won't say the other band, but a very big, very well-known band was playing the same venue, same town, a couple of days before us, and the guy said, "Yeah, there was 15 people here," which again, I don't want to like insult them or anything, but it was like stunning to hear that. And then I mean, we had 150 or something, so it's yeah, we seem to be on a good roll right now. So
yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah, but I think it's gonna go way better even next time you come. About this, there's a new tour planned in Europe next summer, right?
yeah, we don't have much of details yet, but around July or August there should be a couple festivals and some club shows in between. The one I think that's announced now is Into the Grave in the Netherlands. We're playing with Slayer, which is fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's very cool.
But that's, I mean, talk about dreams coming true. That's insane for us. But Into the Grave should be really, really awesome festival. And the
I
other
think
bands.
Tribulation is playing there, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, Carcass, Creator. It's a whole amazing lineup. So
Really cool lineup.
that will be maybe a week or two of other things while we're here. So.
Okay, do you know if it's gonna do? Are you gonna go to mostly festivals or some
don't-
clubs too?
We don't really know yet. It's only in its.
It's still planning.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
planning it, but we'll announce it all pretty soon.
Okay, cool. Thanks for your time, guys.
Fuck yeah.
I think that's gonna be it for
Thanks for the
today.
beers.
Thanks for the beer.
You're welcome. If you don't know Vektor, you definitely have a huge black hole in your collection. You definitely should check out the first record, Black Future, the second, Outer Isolation, and keep an eye open for the next one, which is Terminal Redux. It's coming out in March 2016, and just check it out. You won't regret it. Thanks for watching.